Brainstorming is a process where participants from different stakeholder groups engage in informal discussion to rapidly generate as many ideas as possible without focusing on any one in particular. As a result, for brainstorming meetings, the preliminary mission statement for the project and target system is usually established. Brainstorming is a great way to generate many different ideas or solutions in a short period of time, but is not meant to make big decisions. As we research this topic, we realize that brainstorming is an excellent way that we're able to figure out the basic necessities of a project and be able to effectively communicate them to the entire team. Brainstorming, like many of the other elicitation techniques, requires other people to make sure that it goes smoothly and effectively. Usually, a group size between 5 to 10 people is required to make sure that all the ideas are passed around equally so that they all have equal weight. These people that attend these meetings should be relevant stakeholders like facilitators, scribers, multiple users, developers, and testers to make sure that all the ideas are written down and they have a good idea of what the functionality of the program should be. Brainstorming contains two different phases, the generation phase and the evaluation phase. During the generation phase, the group decides on many different functionalities and creates many different ideas of the functions of what they want in the program. During the evaluation phase, they decide which ideas are best suited for the program so that they can be better used in later brainstorming. Other methodologies like Agile and Scrum can have similar techniques in their process. A good example of brainstorming would be in this class when we did the project selection. Each of us came up with different ideas of what we wanted to do, and as we shared them, we got feedback from each other as well as from our teacher and our project manager. When we finally decided on what we wanted to do, we were all in agreement and we felt that we had used this brainstorming technique to its fullest potential. This is just one of the many ways that we can use brainstorming to enlighten ourselves and make our projects better. The process of brainstorming has a lot of different things that you should not do as well. One of the things is that group meeting is not used to explore ideas in great detail. You should keep things very generalized. Another is it is not meant to resolve major problems or make key decisions. Um, Brainstorming is meant to make general solutions to the problems at hand and to get better ideas for what should be in the application or function. The final thing that you should not do is criticize others. Brainstorming is a time for free thinking that you may discuss ideas that would benefit the project, not cut other people down. There should be an attitude of no idea is a bad idea.
Brainstorming has many benefits and advantages. One advantage is that it promotes free thinking and expression. It also allows for the discovery of new and innovative solutions to existing problems, with the prohibition of any critique. So, what this means is that there are no bad ideas. People can share their ideas freely in a safe environment without the fear of being judged. These 2 points are very important in brainstorming because it allows the group to be more creative. Oftentimes, the ideas that one may have may not seem very good at first, but they get built upon, which results in better ideas coming from the brainstorming session. Because of this, brainstorming is often used to make the key decisions about the requirements of the project. And also, because brainstorming is just the sharing of ideas with one another, it is a cheap way to get ideas quickly. Brainstorming has some disadvantages. One disadvantage is that it is seriously affected by exploring the critique ideas. What this means is that sometimes brainstorming can lead to analyzing ideas more fully in detail. This is not the purpose of brainstorming and results in a session that isn't as effective. Once your brainstorming session is over, you can then explore in more detail the topics or requirements you got from the brainstorming session. Because of this, brainstorming is not used to resolve the major issues. It is also not very fruitful from the knowledge elicitation point of view, as it mainly helps with elicitation of new ideas and knowledge creation, but not with elicitation of the existing thinking patterns and activities of the experts. Brainstorming should be used whenever you want quick ideas to a problem. A brainstorming session will help you get good ideas faster because you have people building up other ideas. As long as your session doesn't get into the details of the idea, it should be very beneficial for any group that needs new ideas. Some methodologies can be seen as using brainstorming during their development process. If you have taken Software Engineering 3 or familiarized yourself with some methodologies, you may have realized this. One example is XP. XP does not explicitly talk about requirement techniques in detail, but about the general software development process and what it is to be done during the process. Before story cards can be written, customers have to think about what they expect the system to do. This process can be seen as brainstorming. Thinking about a specific functionality leads to more ideas and to more user stories. Every story is discussed in an open-ended way before implementation. Other methodologies like Agile and Scrum can have similar techniques in their process.
We wanted to put brainstorming into practice, so we decided to collect some data about our own application, the scheduling app, to find out more about what people would want in a scheduling app. After talking to a couple different students within my own group and some of our parents, we found out a couple of things that would make our app even better. So the first one is that we could take from text messages our appointments or our schedules and put it straight into the app. This will reduce time as well as be able to have a good way that we can find out what we need to. The next one would be voice scheduling. So while you're talking on the phone to someone, your appointment automatically goes in when you tell it to. So all you have to have is the app running. Also, other functionalities would be recurring event options, as well as being able to check off appointments or assignments, so that that pesky assignment in computer science class doesn't always show up every single time you turn on the app. These are just a couple of the brainstorming ideas that we found out, and we thought that it was very effective in our data collection.